G'day everyone, how you all going? Welcome to day 366 of looking at my bees and my beehive. Or do I call this day 1 or do I call this year 2 day 1? Because technically that's what it is. It's been 1 year since I've been doing this video, which is kind of, oh yesterday was 1 year, today's new day, so I think I'll just call it 366. Day 366, it sounds a lot better. Now you gotta remember the year, you gotta remember year 2. Year 2, day 1, that'd be confusing. Nah, simple, 366. So let's go have a look at the ladies. Now just watching the news then, it's interesting. Oh, I forgot to put a lid on last night. Didn't rain anyway. Oh well. Got a spider down there catching the poor little bees. Oh well. Not much you can do about that. Spiders have got to eat too. Let's have a look at the ladies. A little bit of activity. It's supposed to be rain today. That's a spider. That's okay. But that might have been an ant or something. Oh, well, they're filling this up nicely. They're slowly getting there. It's looking good. I'll do the brush or something and just brush the hive before I do what's the name, to get rid of all the spider webs, because they're annoying. I know they're part of life and all that, but they are annoying. Well, they won't even catch the moth that comes. That'd be good if they get rid of any moths that come there. The entrance looks good. No, I was watching the news. The government cashless welfare card, which I was trying to make permanent, got stopped in the Senate last night, which was bloody good news, because they were going to roll it out to every single person who's unemployed in the whole of the Northern Territory, regardless of your colour or your race. That just sucks, because you could be an Aboriginal or non-Aboriginal there and doing the right thing, and all of a sudden you're got to go on this cashless welfare card because the government is trying to screw you over. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. It's not about helping people then, it's about screwing everybody else over. And that's being honest with you. And the amount of money the government's paying for the card to have one person on it, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Plus, one of the senators also said, just on the news, they failed to do a proper report upon the card itself. Or not just the card itself, but the people and all that. They don't know, and they have got no data saying that the crime rate, the alcohol and crime rate has dropped or increased really because of the card. They had no data before that. Yes, there's people out there that do need the card, I'll grant you that. I never said there weren't. But if you look at it, you don't roll it across the rest of the country, or the whole of the Northern Territory, then you're going to roll it across the rest of the country permanently. That's wrong. It should be open, and only open to people who need it on a case-by-case basis. If you don't need it, then you don't need help organising your finances, or help with alcohol problems or anything else like that, then you shouldn't be forced on the card. And this Liberal government needs to go. I hope the people of Australia wake up and realise that this Liberal government needs to go. So I'm not against the card itself, in principle. I'm against forcing everybody onto it. That's what I'm against, because then that comes under control. And the government can then control you on what you can and can't buy. And then they can individually control you as well. Let's say you like to buy Coke. Right? And the government goes, I'm sorry, we don't want you to buy Coke because there's no good for you. Or Pepsi goes to the government and basically gives them a whole lot of money, so you can buy Pepsi but you can't buy Coke. That can be put onto the card, so you can't buy Coke. That's only one simple thing. Then of course, if you go into the supermarket, some people might just lost their job and they don't want to feel ashamed of being on the dole, and then having this card makes them feel ashamed to be on the dole. And you've got to look at people's emotions as well. Yes, as I said before, some people need the card, but making everybody have the card is cutting your own throat. Simple as that. And I urge every single Australian to vote the Liberal government out next federal election. Same with Pauline Hanson's party, because she voted to screw workers over again. They have to go. They should become like the Democrats, and how the Democrats ended up in Australia. If you remember them, the ones that put tax onto tampons. They should be going. Oh well, I've said my piece. I'm sorry about babbling on about politics in the morning and doing my own part of my big video, but it's something that's I've said from day one, that if the government's not stopping this, it's going to hit Australia wide, and every single person on the dole will have this card, and it's a very slippery slope. And not only that, pensioners will eventually get it too. Any form of unemployment benefits you will receive will have a card like this, and that's a very slippery slope indeed. I like to shop and pay cash for some things because people don't have cards. There's a business I know does not have a card, and they sell the best chicken and sale, but they only accept cash. I like to do other things with cash, like go to the markets and that, and a lot of markets don't have bloody cards. And I get free range eggs for $5 a dozen. The lady doesn't have a card; she has cash. And it's a legit business, but the government really seriously needs to stop trying to push this agenda, trying to help people, not penalise everybody. As soon as they stop pushing this agenda and started putting resources into finding ways to help people who have got drug problems, alcohol problems, gambling problems and so forth, or who just need help organising their budgets, then yes, that is a good way going down that pathway. I will support the government doing it. But forcing everybody onto the cashless welfare card, like they're going to force every single person in the Northern Territory who received unemployment benefits onto that card, says how bad and corrupt this government truly is. Because it costs a hell of a lot more money per person to go on this card and to use this card than it is actually to pay that person. You could double that person's unemployment benefits, and that would be still a fraction of what the government's paying one of their Liberal mates to run this system. It's a joke. Honestly, it's a joke. It's good. In some ways it's good, but they could have done it. They could have done it in a lot of other ways, talking with the banks and stuff like that, putting money still into the bank and organising with the bank how this person can spend their money, right, and how much they can withdraw. They could have done it that way. But no, they created a brand new system, a brand new card with a Liberal mate of theirs, and they get the kickbacks. The Liberal mate gets a kickback. He makes a hell of a lot of profit off the unemployed people, and the problems with the card so far have been just ridiculous. And this Liberal government needs to go. Anyway, I've said my piece. I'm sorry about that. Serving you young ladies. Talking about politics. I didn't mean to do that to my bees. But I needed to get it out of my system, because I've said this for years. It's been what the government was planning to do, and I'm pretty much going to be right. Unless the Senate can actually stop them again and keep stopping them. You don't want to make it permanent. You don't want to extend it to other whole regions, like the whole of Northern Territory. You want to make it to individual cases. And you want to be able to help people with their problems, not penalise them because of their problems. Anyway, you will take it easy on and have a great day. I've said my piece, and I'll probably get a lot of flack for this, but I don't give a shit. I know the truth. You all take it easy and have a great day.